Hello and welcome to Titanium Teller's Tarot, and today I'll be doing a reading for Gemini, okay? Now, I first want to thank you all for your likes, your shares, your subscribes, and your comments. I love comments. I read them all. I might not answer all of them, but I absolutely read them all, okay? Now, the way I work is that I first pull cards from the Radlech Valentine Fairy Tarot deck, then I clarify those with Brian Froud's Fairy Oracle, and if I need any further clarification, I use Sylvia Netzer's Mirror Truth Lenormand deck. Now, a reading is like, now we all have an intuition, and it's crucial that we learn how to use it, so check out the video I post on Monday for that. And a reading is like a snapshot of the possible future that might arise if you continue doing what you've been doing up to this point. If you don't like it, change what you're doing. Is as simple as that. Now, thank goodness we have an unlimited abundance of possibilities to choose from, so all we have to do is pick one and work towards it. Now, it sounds easy, but sometimes it ain't, and that's why we're here, to help you along your path. Now, with that being said, my gorgeous gemmies, let's get into your cards. Yeah. Okay. So, ooh. Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my gemmies, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. So the first card you got is the released card pointing towards the right, which to me means that you're releasing quickly, or it's happening in the future. How deep a future, I have no clue, but it will happen in the future. I hope you understood what I said. It's happening in the future. Next, you have the Seven of Autumn in the upright. Don't mind my antics sometimes. So please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my gemmies. Next card we got is, wait, no, it's the Moon in the reverse. Yep. Yep. So please, angels and guides. Oi, 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 oi. Then you have the Queen of Spring pointing towards the left. So you got stuff in all directions, I see. And that is interesting. Now, by the way, I use selenite on my decks, so if you're interested. Now we clarify. Okay. So please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my gemmies, please come forward and share what they should expect by clarifying the release card pointing towards the right. Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my gemmies. Why is the release card pointing towards the right? Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good. And you got here the Fairy Sword with the Feline at the bottom of the deck, followed by Guardian at the Gate. Yep. Guardian at the Gate. Now, please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my gemmies, please come forward and share why the Seven of Autumn is here in the upright. Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my gemmies. And you got the Fairy Godmother with Tintin the Sylph at the bottom of the deck, followed by Mickle and Muckle. Mickle, as well as Solace. I have, I'm not sure if it's just Pipple, but Fireball or something like that. Or I heard it this morning and it just came back in my head on the radio. In any case, okay, please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my gemmies, please come forward and share why the moon card is here in the reverse for my jammies. And you have Pohariel of the Waters with She of the Crutch at the bottom of the deck. Yep. Okay. Now, please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Gemmies. Why, oh why is the Queen of Spring pointing towards the left? Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Gemmies. Please come forward and share why the Queen of Spring is here pointing towards the left. And you got the Soul Shrinker with the Fairies of the Future, the bottom of the deck, as well as Green Woman. Yep. Okie dokie. Baby, oh sweet baby. Okay. First, okay, my Jimmys. So I'm gonna read, and your first card, all right, is the release card pointing towards the right. Now, the release card is let go of the past and an ending that makes way for new opportunities. Time to move on. Pointing towards the right, and cards pointing towards the right to me mean that they're happening quickly, or they're gonna happen in the future. How deep a future, I have no clue. How quickly it will happen is only dependent on how quickly you actually release what is no longer serving you, you know. So now the first card clarifying that is He of the Fairy Sword. Now, He of the Fairy Sword talks of active principle, spiritual will, justice, protection. And so this is all for your greater good, for your spiritual evolution, for your soul's maturity, if you will. Okay, so you are gaining, you are expanding, you are gaining more, you're becoming a stronger spiritual entity, is what I'm picking up on. Next, you have the feline. Now, the feline, alright, talks of getting it right, delayed completions, thinking, tidying up loose ends. So this really has, I feel, is related to the release part, because, well, you're being the feline in regards to releasing, in order to really tidy up the loose ends of what you want to actually manifest. And for you to really manifest something, you need to let it go, because what happens when you cling on and try to manifest something, like when you cling on to the idea and you're like, I have to make it happen, what you're doing is, it's not already here in my life. That is what you're telling yourself. And as you're saying it's not already in my life, by saying that, you automatically tell the universe that, yes, I want it, but it's not in my life. I am not emotionally or vibrationally where I need to be in order to have it in my life. So to make sure that you have it in your life, you need to become a vibrational match to it. Sometimes all you need to do is to be happy in the moment, to be content with where you are, or to be blissful or exceedingly happy, is what I'm getting. Next, you have the Guardian at the Gate. Now, the Guardian at the Gate talks of passage to new life, openings, gatekeepings. So when you finally release what it is that you will what you need to release, you will definitely move on to a different life, new level of life, is what I'm getting. Next, you have the Seven of Autumn. Now, the Seven of Autumn talks of have patience and don't worry. Take time to rest and plan your next steps. A prudent investment of time or money. So, I feel like what is coming to mind is, okay, you've released something. So, you've released yourself from the first from the vibrational standpoint that you were in. And so now, in order for you to really attract what it is you really want at this point, you need to let go the last vibration to make sure, to be certain that you will not attract the same thing again. Have you ever realized that when you were in a serious relationship, you and you still have thoughts about that previous relationship, you kind of attract that same sort of personality into your life again and again. It's until you let go of something that you can attract something new. But that letting go sometimes comes through not actually jumping and dating an ex-guy. You know, they say that the best way to forget someone is to get under someone else. Not necessarily. If you really want to let go of the past person, you need to take your time, like clear out your thoughts and really let go of that other person, that other vibration that you were in. Like, I hope I am making myself clear. If I'm not, just ask a question in the box below and I will try to make it more I'll try and explain it I will explain it in a different way. There you have it. Okay, so the Seven of Autumn, okay, it talks of patience and planning our next steps. Alright, and that's when the first card clarifying it is the Fairy Godmother. Now the Fairy Godmother, okay, it talks of gifts, talents, grace, helpful lessons. So basically, this time alone is going to be a very key, important lesson for you, is what I'm picking up on. Okay, next you have Tintin the Sylph. Now, Tintin talks of acute intellect, quickness, mental synthesis, and discernment. Yep. So you, with this free time and this time alone, you are being able to how should I say it? You are able to discern from what is good and what is bad because you have had time to think about it clearly, and so that is what it is. And while you are waiting, you will be able to tap into Mikkel energy, which talks of being able to appreciate the blessings in your life. So that is generally something that happens when you take a moment to yourself. Of course, sometimes people aren't clearly able to do it. Depends on where your concentration is. If you concentrate on the positive things, you will definitely be able to tap into Mikkel's energy. If you concentrate on the negative things, maybe Mikkel is something that you are striving for, something you will need to strive to achieve at this point, is what I'm getting. Now, the next card is the Solace card. Now, Solace, okay, talks of spiritual empowerment, knowledge, consciousness, and synthesis. So, with all this stuff that is swirling around in your reality at this moment, you are being able to synthesize it all and find the best and find the best one for you and move forward with that. You know, next you have the third set starts with the moon in the reverse. Okay, and the moon in the reverse is that at the moment or during this week, okay, powerful, like your intuitive epiphanies are kind of like in not really showing themselves. You're kind of separated, like separate from your intuitive nudges. You aren't letting them in. You aren't, or they aren't coming in. So it says you're kind of, and they're not coming in because something is worrying you and you are fearful of something. You or someone you're dealing with. Okay. Now, it says there's a reality that you're not really grasping, and so that you aren't really understanding the situation. Of course, I'm talking about you or a person you're dealing with. Now, I know someone in my life who is very worrisome, who worries a lot. And, yeah. So, I mean, it's not like you don't want to. It's not like you're not trying to connect with your intuitiveness, but sometimes things might happen to that impede your divine connection. So those things you can find how to strengthen your divine connection or your spiritual or your intuitive connection in the videos I post on Monday. Okay? Now, then you have Pohariel of the waters. So Pohariel talks of emotions, serenity, meditation, gracefully accepting change. Well, what I'm getting is that seeing as you are someone you're dealing with is not really in tune with their intuition at this moment, it is making them quite emotional. What is what I'm getting? Not really serene. Well, the only word that really stands out for me here is emotions. Because one of the things that you do learn while when you are intuitively guided is emotional intelligence. Yeah. I'm going to write that down as one of the lessons I should share on Monday. Emotional intelligence. Okay. Now, so one of the things that so you're emotional at this point because you're having a little difficulty connecting with your intuition, your higher self. You or someone you're dealing with does not feel connected, right? And a way I feel that can be helpful is to be receptive to everything that is coming towards you, because your angels and guides are trying to communicate with you through symbols, synchronicities, like things that pop out to you in your attention. Does that even make sense? Things that pop out, okay, that your attention is attracted to is how your spiritual team is letting you in on certain details. And that is where you need to be receptive to all these details that are coming towards you, and they will let you in on key information that is important for you to know at this point in time. Next, the last card is the Queen of Spring pointing towards the left. Now, the Queen of Spring is, okay, first of all, cards pointing towards the left to me mean that they happened in the past or they're happening super slowly. Okay? And in the past, or they happen in the past or they're happening super slowly. So what the Queen of Spring represents is a brilliant, loyal, talented, friendly individual. You don't need to be, don't have hang-ups on the gender. Have hang-ups or just pay more attention to the type of energy that this is putting forth. Okay? So this card says, believe in yourself. Wonderful people want to help you. Maintain a balance between work and home life. And so for now we have two groups, okay? For A, the group that this happened in the past. If this happened in the past, you realize that people wanted to help you, and so then you utilize that help and you arrived at your wanted objective. For those of you for whom this is happening slowly, this just means that there's something that is standing in the way of you letting people help you or maintain a balance between work and home life. One or the other. So it depends on where you are in your cycle or in your experience, how things are happening. So just take it how it resonates, okay? And the cards clarifying that are Soul Shrinker. Now, what I'm getting here is that the Soul Shrinker talks of cruelty, malice, gossip, curses, destruction, and blessings. So for those for whom this has not happened yet, they feel like they are receiving cruelty. People are malicious to them. They are having people gossip behind their back. They are subject to curses. Okay. And that stuff in their life is destroying themselves. Is being destroyed. That is for people for whom it hasn't happened yet. But for those of you for whom it has happened already, this is just a sign that you're like, okay, you got into the vibrational frequency that would have allowed you to tap into this brilliant people want to help you. Okay, energy, and that is in and of itself a blessing. And sometimes the odd thing is that after you've gone through a very difficult situation, you will realize that all those people who put you under curses, were malicious to you, were gossiping behind your back, were cruel to you, and were wanting your destruction or destroying things, or you were destroying things, it was all meant to help you advance in life, so that in fact they were actually blessings. So it's kind of a double-edged sword, which is basically like all swords. But so it all of this only depends on where you are in your how should I say this, where you are in your, what's the word I'm looking for? In your journey. That is what I mean. Okay, next you have the fairies of the future. Now the fairies of the future talk of be here now, guidance forward moving. So for you to really be receptive and notice all the people that want to help you, and to notice the blessings that are actually in your life at this moment, you absolutely need to be here now to see the guidance that is coming towards you in order for you to move forward. Okay? And once you tap into that guidance, alright, you will be totally able to tap into the green woman's energy, which talks of wildness, natural magic, expected gratitude, untamable creativity. So once you tap into the Queen of Spring's energy, nothing can stop you, because you are not alone. You have people that are helping you move forward and bust through some doors and stuff. Right? So my gorgeous Gemmies, that is all that I have for you guys this week. If you like this, and if you would like me to go deeper into your specific situation, please contact me at the email in the box below, and it'll be my pleasure to assist. In that same box, you'll find a little description of this video and my price. Now, like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell to be notified when I post new stuff, as well as leaving me a comment, because I adore comments. I read them all. I might not answer all of them, but I absolutely read them all. And with that being said, my gorgeous Gemmies, I wish you guys all a very good week, and I will see you next time, okay? Bye!